Hello Aquarius, welcome to your reading. It's great to see you. I'm going to do something a little bit different with you today. Yesterday I actually created a brand new spread to use in my readings. It's similar to what I've done in the past, but a little bit more clarified, specific, and kind of, I guess you'd say, like fleshed out. So we're going to go into the energy or experience that you're currently moving through, your general energy. Then we're going to go into what energy is unhelpful for you to be engaging with, what energy is helpful for you to be engaging with, and then advice, and last but not least, what will manifest in the next few months if you take that advice from Spirit, okay? So you can see there's some similarity between this and readings I've always done in the past, but it's just a little bit more particular or specific, a little bit different. And you are the very first collective that I'm going to be using this new spread on. And so that definitely feels like it's part of your message. I'm seeing a gear turning in my mind, a gear clicking. Something clicking into place because a tweak is made. It just feels like, as I'm sitting here with your energy now, it feels like you are ready to bring more definition to something in your life that has been kind of vague or unclear up to this point. You're ready to bring more crystallization or clarity to it. It doesn't feel like this is something that will happen on its own, like something will just clarify itself or specify itself. It feels like you're ready to proactively bring clarity to a situation, internally, externally, both. Take it as it resonates. It's time to clarify something. Okay. And when you do that, when you bring 2, 3, 4 on the timer, when you bring clarity to something, it's going to be relieving. It feels like anything that's vague or undefined is, maybe in the past it was appropriate for you to just kind of let that be vague, let it be vague, but now it's weighing on you. You want to put something in order, make something more black and white. It's now time to do that, so it will bring a sense of relief to your system. Organization and order is what your heart is actually asking for. Specification. One card flew out as I was pre-shuffling your oracle deck, which is Poesis, and the card that flew out is Balance. So I kind of feel like, this is not part of the spread yet. This kind of feels like just your theme. We'll consider it to be the theme, the big broad theme of your reading. It's interesting, for a second, it kind of made me think of the Scorpio reading that I did, because in the Scorpio reading, they were doing some kind of balancing act. So it made me think of that. You may or may not resonate with that Scorpio reading. If you're called to it, you may want to watch that one too. But this feels different. This feels different. It's almost like you have perfected some kind of balancing act in your life. You have perfected this juggling act, or this ability to maintain status quo. Like you're maintaining something, and you're doing it quite well. I don't know if you find it difficult or not. If you do find it difficult, you're not appearing that way. 444. You're stable. You're stable in this balancing act that you're achieving, holding many, many things upright and in place. But I'm sensing this kind of emotional detachment from you. relative to this balancing act. Like, in the past, you were invested in maintaining this balance, but now you're like, I really don't care. In a way, and that's a good thing. I feel like it's you being honest with yourself about something. You're just like not so invested in maintaining this status quo anymore. Your emotions are not so charged around it. You don't feel so much like your identity is wrapped up in your ability to sustain this juggling act, or this, I should say, this balancing act. There's two things happening. It's like physically on the surface of things, maybe you're maintaining some kind of status quo, and so physically in the mundane world it looks like you're very invested in this, but your energy is gone. Like your energy is not. Your energy has turned its attention to what could be next. Okay. Your soul is lining up with something new. I just keep seeing the night sky. Even before, right before I pushed record, I was connected to your energy. I just am seeing, it's like that moment right before it becomes completely black. It's like the darkest, beautiful blue sky with all of these twinkling stars. And now I'm actually seeing that famous painting by Vincent van Gogh. Oh, I'm sure you guys will put it in the comments. You know what I'm talking about. The Vincent van Gogh painting with the swirls in the sky. Something about Vincent van Gogh feels significant. I don't know if you want to like look into his life story, or I'm hearing learn from him, learn something from him. He was a genius in his own way. Troubled, but a genius. Okay, anyway, let's keep going. So let's jump into this spread. What is the primary energy or experience that Aquarius is moving through right now, Spirit? Okay, work. And at the bottom of the deck is magic. Whoa. Let me sit with that for a second. Yeah, this is exactly what I was picking up on. This dichotomy between physical and energetic, external, internal. Your physical body is going through the motions, your energy body is doing something else entirely. You have this incredible ability to be wholly focused on what is required of you in your mundane day-to-day reality, while allowing your energy to almost live a second life. You have the ability to sort of split your focus in this way. Through this magic card, it feels kind of like hang on a second. I feel like these three figures in the magic card are, one of them is you, but the other two feel like spirit guides or energies, collaborative energies that are not you. In a way, it's almost like you going through the motions of your day-to-day life is giving, it's allowing your energy, your soul, your aura, the time to cultivate a new vision. So even though you might be bored or you're done with this balancing act, maybe the balancing act is relative to work, or just it's like mundane stuff. You might be kind of over it. It's serving a purpose. It's it's allowing something to build under the surface in a way. It's yeah, hopefully that makes sense. let's look at your general energy. That will help to clarify. Show me Aquarius's overall energy right now, Spirit. Thank you. Oh, test. With boundary at the bottom of the deck. Yeah. A test of boundaries. A test of your boundaries. It almost feels like Spirit is kind of beckoning you, like, hey, come on, like, you know you're supposed to go over here. You know you're supposed to do it. Something about it is difficult, though. A test of boundaries. Well, I'm hearing it's a reshuffling of your sense of self, because moving through this ring of fire, this test card, this hoop, it feels like that would be you releasing this balancing act, releasing the status quo, and allowing your sense of self to reorganize as a result of that. But in its reorganization, it would become more crystallized, more clear, more defined. You want to become more defined to yourself, ultimately. In any kind of person, place, situation outside of you that you're being called to bring more definition and clarity to, it's really just a reflection of you bringing more clarity to your sense of self. Boundaries, right? You can't bring clarity to an external situation unless you bring clarity to your sense of self. And that is what is building. That is what is building in that magic card. You're working in tandem with energies outside of you. Maybe it's an animal spirit, a plant spirit, a guide, an angel, an ancestor. I don't know. But it feels like it's not just you. There are other energies working with you behind the scenes to hone in on your new sense of self. I want to get some clarity through tarot on all of this before we proceed. Okay, so let's do that. What should I clarify first? Okay, I'm using Alice in Wonderland Tarot. Tell me about this work card, which is the primary energy or experience that you're moving through. Clarify this work card. And you see how it's just so funny. It almost looks like this person has their hands out, like they would be working on something with their hands, or it's like their hands are out, like they'd be typing on a computer, but there's nothing there. You see that? So you're going through the motions, but not really so present. Five of Teacups, which is the Five of Cups. Yeah. Yep. This is tying into the balance card too, what I was picking up about being kind of emotionally detached. Queen of Swords at the bottom. Well, some of you are definitely quite literally done with a work situation. Your work is not satisfying, or perhaps your career path didn't quite turn out the way that you envisioned, and you're just getting fed up of that. It's just dissatisfying. You know, the Five of Cups is this sort of reckoning moment where you are feeling the weight of the disappointment of something that didn't work out in the way you hoped it would. But there's an invitation in that to shift your focus, and you are shifting your focus. Even though you're still physically doing the same thing, your focus is shifted. That Queen of Swords is the emotional detachment I was feeling in the balance card. And emotional detachment is not a bad thing. Sometimes it is, sometimes it isn't. In this moment, it's not. It's just you being real. Yeah, like you're done with something. I'm hearing you're not willing to play the game, or you're not willing to continue feeding into a system that does not support you or the highest good of other people. Very interesting. So what's this magic card? What is this new energy that's kind of building in your soul, your aura, your unconscious? Two of Teacups. And Six of Swords at the bottom. Some kind of new spiritual or emotional connection is allowing you to mentally shift gears. So you could say in your spirit or your soul or your unconscious, you're forming new emotional connection. I'm hearing emotional ties, actually. That's what those three figures in the card are doing. They're all, kind of forming this ball of energy in the center. They're connecting. Well, they're connecting with each other. You're connecting with other energies. And so it's almost like a bridge. A bridge is being formed here. You're not well, yeah, I'd say this is like a bridge moment for you in every way, on every level. This is a bridge moment. It'll help you to transition by forming new connections first before you've left where you are. Hopefully that makes sense. It'll help you pass through this test, this ring of fire. You can't just expect yourself to jump into the void. I mean, sometimes that's what we do, sometimes that's what we're called to do, but right now it feels like you need to build a bridge for yourself, and you're starting to. Okay, let's clarify the test card. What is this test of boundaries? We'll clarify both at the same time. What is this test of boundaries? Well, maybe you're testing your own boundaries because this is your overall energy, right? Maybe you're testing your own boundaries. Which kind of, goes hand in hand with the fact that I'm using this new spread. I wouldn't say I'm like testing it on you, because I've used it for myself and one other individual who I'm close to. So it's not literally the first time I've ever used it, but you are the first collective, the first like professional, legit reading, I've read for with it. So in a way, I'm kind of testing it. If I find that there's something about this that I want to tweak, then I would. So a test doesn't necessarily have to mean something horrible or negative or uncomfortable. I'm just seeing this image of you like poking at maybe what is your own aura. You're like, what shape does it want to be? And in that way, you're testing yourself. Like, how does it feel if I sit like this? How does it feel if I move like this? How does it feel if I speak this? Is this comfortable for me or not? Testing, experimenting. And you couldn't really know whether or not something is right for you as you're experimenting unless you knew there was an ultimate form that was really the truth of you. And so it's almost like you're feeling your way towards your true form, more so than creating something out of nothing, creating identity out of nothing. You're feeling who you really are. The analogy that's coming to me is a sculptor chiseling marble to create a statue, and I think it's a Michelangelo quote where he or somebody said, the figure in the block of marble already exists, and my job is to release them. That's kind of what you're doing. You're chiseling away at the marble that is your own energy. Not to create something out of nothing, but to unleash your true form that is held within it. 10 of cups, 10 of teacups, and 9 of pentacles, 9 of hedgehogs. Wow. Complete and total emotional fulfillment backed by self-created abundance. So you have created some kind of stability for yourself here. You've created enough stability in your life that you have the freedom to explore your energy in this new way. Something is slowly but surely adding up. The stability that you've created for yourself is allowing you to play with what emotionally fulfills you. That is the truest test here, is identifying what brings you that 10 of cups. Total emotional fulfillment, complete satisfaction, and in a way, cycle completion. You're tipping towards cycle completion in some way. Okay. Let's keep going with the spread here. What energies are unhelpful for you to focus on? 2222 on the timer. Okay. Some kind of bird just flew right by my window. What energies are unhelpful for Aquarius to focus on? Itchy nose. Trigger. Feel at the bottom of the deck. Yeah, this goes back to that 5 of Cups. It's like, you know what you don't like. You know what you don't like. When something triggers you, when an old wound gets flared up, when you're made to be uncomfortable, or your body is telling you that something is wrong, I feel like Spirit is saying you don't need to wade in that. Like, you don't need to retract your energy and go into hermit mode and go be alone for, the next X amount of time to like explore what it is that's making you so very uncomfortable or making you be in pain. I feel like you've just already done that. Like, you know, when something comes up that is making you uncomfortable, it's because it's not meant for you. It's like, I'm just hearing you've done the work. You've done the work. You've done the work. You've done the work. You've done so much internal processing, which will never end. Like, don't get me wrong. Don't get me wrong. But just in this moment, in this particular situation, if something is triggering you, or I'm getting warning, if something is not right or feeling off, then that's simply because it's not meant for you. That's like the divine signal from your intuition or spirit, life, however you want to think about it, that this is not, I'm hearing, worthy of you. not worthy of you or your attention, not meant for you, not designed for you, actually, is what I'm hearing. So you don't need to go deeper into that. Swimming in why this is making you feel so uncomfortable, as if almost like if you could explore deeply enough why it's making you uncomfortable, maybe you could become comfortable with it, which is a horribly dangerous trap. You know, it's like a healing trap to think I'm gonna make myself be okay with something that is not making me okay. There's something wrong with me for being triggered here. I have to find a way to be okay with this. No. Nope. So what energies are helpful for you at this time? What energies are helpful for Aquarius to focus on at this time? I'm just hearing everything has its place and purpose. Everything has its time and its function. Okay, is that the only one that flipped? I think so. Okay. Oh, there's that night sky. Body. And at the bottom of the deck is humility. This is such a beautiful card. Ugh. That figure looking up at the night sky. It's so beautiful. I'm just hearing you are the cosmos. You are the cosmos. The entire universe is contained within your body. So now I'm hearing bow down to your body. Bow down to the wisdom of your body. Your body knows. I'm really drawn to your crown chakra here. There's like a, you know, each chakra has a kind of a geometric pattern over it. And for some reason, I'm just like, my eyes are really drawn to that crown chakra. It feels like you have the ability to receive direct, I'm hearing direct contact from maybe other entities in other dimensions or in space. I don't know, but this just feels like otherworldly contact coming in through your crown chakra. Take that how it resonates. There's also something here about accepting that you don't know what you don't know. There's profound wisdom in accepting that you don't know what you don't know through the humility card, right? It's like bowing down to the great mystery, and in the moment that you fully embrace how much you don't know, that you don't know, suddenly you're wide open to feeling more, learning more, seeing more. Definitely feeling more. And your body is picking up a lot of information. Your body's picking up a lot of information. So I know it's super easy to get into this overthinking loop when you're in a kind of bridge moment. You're not just walking across a bridge, you're making a bridge for yourself as we speak so that you can transition. So it'd be really easy to overthink in a phase of life like this. But as much as physically possible, I feel like Spirit is saying, let your body's wisdom guide you. And the best way to let your body's wisdom guide you, or to connect with your body's wisdom, is by embracing this energy of humility, which is, I don't know. I don't know. There are some things you just don't know. You can't get to knowing unless you accept the moment you don't know. If you're constantly convinced of your own mind, then nothing new can ever really get in or land, right? And I'm not saying that you're so sure that you know everything. Like that's not what I'm saying here. It's more so just this energy of overthinking. That goes with the trigger and the feel card. like swimming in the pain as if you could think your way out of it, or do enough mental gymnastics to be okay with something that's not right for you. Nope, 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 nope. Your body will guide you through the void. Your body will guide you through the mystery. Meditation, body-based meditation, maybe stargazing, going out at night and just looking up at the stars and just enjoying the vastness, right? All right, let's get some advice. Should we pull tarot cards to clarify any of this? Let's just pull one to clarify the trigger and the feel card. The energies that are not helpful. Eight of Cups. Heavy, heavy, heavy. Heavy emotions. And the Six of Cups. Ugh. So, yeah. Perfect. So, because, through the balance card, initially I was picking up emotional detachment from you, or just this, like, kind of objective acceptance. That you're kind of done with something, you're done with this balancing act. Spirit is completely confirming that right here with what energies are not helpful for you. Swimming in your emotions, getting sucked into heavy emotions, trying to, like, I'm hearing apply logic to the, not illogical emotions, but applying logic to, you don't transform your feelings by thinking so much about them. You transform them by feeling them, right? And you already have. So you've tipped into this phase of your journey where any more swimming in the heaviness of the pain of the past or the disappointment that's coming up, it's rumination. It's not processing anymore, it's rumination. And then clarify the body and the humility card, please. The energies that are helpful for Aquarius. Okay, well, we got 3 here. 9 of Cups. Your favorite card, the card that haunts you, but it's part of your, what's helpful. 3 of Swords and Knight of Swords. Yes, 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 yes. Let me sit with this for a second. You've attained some kind of emotional, okay, the word that's coming to me is maturation. That doesn't mean necessarily that you were emotionally immature. Maybe some of you resonate with that, I don't know, but that's not the feeling that I'm getting. It's like this emotional maturation is more so just Spirit saying you've come to understand your own pain enough that you're ready to take action. The Knight of Swords is swift, decisive action based on personal truth. There's some kind of wish fulfillment here relative to the 3 of Swords. 3333 on the timer. There's wish fulfillment relative to the 3 of Swords. In the past, in all the readings I've given for you in the past, and I've been here on YouTube for like 1.5 years or something, the 3 of Swords has haunted you. This is, heartache and grief, getting almost like flashbacks of pain from the past being triggered, but you've experienced wish fulfillment relative to it. You've transformed it, and it's almost like you've pulled out deeper personal truths from the pain in your heart that used to exist there. And now you're ready to take action. You're ready to take action on that wisdom, the wisdom of your heart, which could only have formed by moving through the pain you did, right? What's the advice, Spirit? Advice for Aquarius. Earth. And listen at the bottom. Well, that kind of ties right into the body card, doesn't it? Because physical earth, physical body, same thing. Well, if you are the cosmos, that means you're also of the earth. Planets are part of the cosmos, right? I'm hearing listen to your bigger body. Listen to your bigger body. Some of you may want to, connecting. Ooh, I was going to say connecting with nature for sure is always helpful. But this feels bigger than that. This almost feels, what is this? This is going back to your crown chakra as well. Listening to galactic information. Like opening up your crown to receive messages from beyond. Okay, I don't know. It's almost like there's so much coming to me, I'm almost not able to verbalize it anymore. And that's definitely part of the message, because you're supposed to listen. Listen is at the bottom. Not talk. Listen. To what? It's like bigger waves of information coming to you, maybe from higher planes. Tell me a little bit more. Well, listen to your body. Listen to your guides. Listen to the earth. The earth, I'm just getting something about the earth has an aura. The earth has an aura, and you can merge your own body aura with the earth's aura. This is getting real esoteric and mystical. Unknown. Union. Ooh. And create. Oh my gosh. It's literally, well, I don't know that it's marble, but it's somebody sculpting. It's somebody sculpting a bust out of either clay or rock. Yeah. The new life that you're creating for yourself, you're only going to unify with it when you going back to the humility card, you shift your focus in such a way that you're excited by the fact that you don't know what you don't know, rather than intimidated by it. This unknown card is you opening up to messages from beyond. Dang. Okay. This just got interesting. Well, this is part of, going back to the very first thing that I said, it's like this is the energy of what you're meant to bring crystallization or clarity to, right? The very first thing I picked up is something is vague. Something is vague. Your next iteration, your new life, your new decision, your new embodiment, you're meant to bring clarity to that now by playing in the energy of I don't know what it is. You listen. You don't assume. You listen. You feel. You embrace the void. Let's just get one tarot card here. Advice. Ten of Flowers. Ten of Wands. Recognize any energy in your life that feels like burden, that is registering as burden in your physical body. It is kind of a burden to be putting assumptions onto your sense of self. Because then you're putting yourself in a box. Take yourself out of that box. Take that box off of yourself. Put it down and open up to the fact that maybe you're different in some way than you thought you were, or who you are becoming, who you are discovering yourself to be. I'm hearing it more quirky, even more quirky. I feel like Aquarius knows they're pretty quirky. You do know you're quirky, but like quirky in a way you weren't expecting. You'll be surprised by the particular way in which you are quirky. Hopefully that makes sense. I don't know. Okay. What will manifest in the next few months if you take this advice? Intuition. With patience at the bottom of the deck. Ooh, that's beautiful energy. Oh, a divine unfolding. A divine unfolding where nothing feels rushed. It's like all pressure is taken off. All pressure is taken off. And you're just enjoying the journey of following your intuitive flow. Your intuition will lead you to what? Right where you're meant to be. Right where you're supposed to be. Oh, leap. This makes me think of the Fool card. Oh, it's so beautiful. Oh my gosh. I'm getting chills. I'm getting chills. Woo. Your intuition. And it's more, it looks like space. Again, that starry night sky. A leap, a new move. Moving through that ring of fire, that test card with fluidity. A new life, new energy, a new choice manifesting because you've taken pressure and expectations off of yourself and you're just so in the flow with your inner knowing and your body. Your body is your intuition. Same thing. The sun, new life, joy, and of course it's connected to the solar plexus, your sense of self, coming to life, emerging and shining brightly. This is beautiful. All right, let's get a journal prompt for you from my journal prompt deck. Journal prompt for Aquarius. What does your inner child need right now? And what do you love the most about being alive? Talk about playful, cosmic, magical energy here. Answer those two questions and see where they take you, okay? Should I get a closing message? Yes, I'm hearing yes. I didn't know if I was going to want to do this because I'm using this new spread, but why not? Let's get a closing message from Anatomy of a Witch Oracle. Adorn. Ooh, adorn. Let's go to the guidebook here. I pull this card a lot for people. I think I'd have this memorized by now. There are many ways we adorn our bodies, with the clothes we wear, the jewelry we layer on, and the way we style or color our hair, as well as how we apply makeup and pierce or tattoo our skin. Each is a way to craft identity, to show the outside world how we see ourselves. We also use these items to protect ourselves, to disguise or pretend, to explore aspects of ourselves. Inversely, how we adorn our bodies can have an influence on how we feel. Adornment is a way to transform into our true self, as well as a means to explore other aspects of our personality. Accentuate, bejewel, and glamour. Look beyond a piece of jewelry or article of clothing as merely an accessory or something to wear, and consider how it transforms you, what makes you feel powerful, beautiful, present. Adorning the altar that is your body is an act of devotion. Going back to the body card. Body focused, body focused. I'm hearing your body is your temple. Your body is your playground or playing ground. Your relationship to your physical body is a reflection of like everything. Everything. Your physical body is like a portal, and your relationship to it is a reflection of so much. There's so much there I could say. All right, Aquarius. Thank you for letting me read for you. I hope this was helpful or at least thought-provoking. If you have any questions or comments, leave them down below. I'd love to hear from you. And of course, I'll be putting those journal prompts as well as a few others in the description box. So check them out. They'll help you to process everything and take your inner work a little deeper. I'll see you next time. Bye.